Very good morning, students. I welcome you all, 11th standard commerce students, for this economic online class. Let us now go to chapter 11. Tamil Nadu economy. Learning objectives of the lesson: to understand the resource position of Tamil Nadu economy. Next, to analyze the performance of Tamil Nadu economy in relation to other states. Let us go to the introduction part of the lesson now. Tamil Nadu is geographically 11th largest in area wise, and population wise it is 3rd largest state of India. Tamil Nadu fares well with many achievements. It stands second in terms of contribution to GDP, that is gross domestic product, 3rd highest in terms of per capita income, investment, FDI and industrial output. In the social and health sector also, Tamil Nadu's performance is better than many other states. Highlights of Tamil Nadu economy. Let us now see the major highlights of Tamil Nadu economy. Fastest growth of SGDP, State Gross Domestic Product, in Tamil Nadu since 2005. Faster poverty reduction. Poverty reduction is very fast in Tamil Nadu. Smaller proportion of India's poor population. Very less number of poor population are living in Tamil Nadu. It stands second largest contributor of India's GDP. It ranks third in Human Development Index. It ranks third in terms of invested capital, that is rupees 2.92 lakh crore, and value of total industrial output. It ranks first among the states in terms of number of factories with 17% of share, and industrial workers 16% share of the country. So no more number of industries have been set up in Tamil Nadu, and nearly 16% of the country's workers are working in Tamil Nadu. It is placed third in health index as per the Niti Aayog report. It has the highest gross enrollment ratio in higher education. Most students are going for higher studies. It has the largest number of engineering colleges, and it also has emerged as a major hub, that is meeting place for renewable energy. It has highest credit deposit ratio in commercial and cooperative banks. More banks have been set up in Tamil Nadu, and more people have deposited their money in the banks. It has highest ranks first on investment proposals filed by MSMEs, medium, small, micro enterprises. Performance of Tamil Nadu economy. States like Gujarat and Maharashtra seem to perform well in some of the economic indicators. So Gujarat and Maharashtra are performing well in some of the economic indicators. If you take Kerala, it tops in literacy and infant mortality rate and MMR. IMR is infant mortality rate, MMR mothers mortality rate. In recent years, Tamil Nadu's performance is outstanding and far ahead of all other states in the spheres of health, higher education, growth of MSMEs, poverty alleviation and employment generation. So Tamil Nadu's performance is outstanding in certain economic indicators, that is in the areas of health, higher education, growth of MSMEs, poverty alleviation, that is removing of poverty, and also employment generation, providing jobs. The reasons for the relative success of Tamil Nadu lie in extending social policies to cover most of the population. So their aim is to what? To satisfy, to benefit most of the people, most of the population of Tamil Nadu. The public distribution system, midday meals, and public health infrastructure have near universal coverage. There is public distribution system, so distributing through the ration, midday meals in school, and public health infrastructure have near universal coverage. Next we are going to see the topic natural resource. And the two important resources we are going to see is water resources and mineral resources. Water resources of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu is not endowed with, it is blessed with rich natural resource when compared to other states. That is, the natural resource present in Tamil Nadu is very less if we compare to the other states. It accounts for 3% of water resource, 4% of land area against 6% of population. If we take Tamil Nadu, the population is 6% of the entire India, the land area is 4%, and the water resource is only 3%. The two winds that is bringing rainfall to South India is northeast monsoon and southwest monsoon. Among this, northeast monsoon is the major source of rainfall, followed by southwest monsoon. There are 17 major river basins in Tamil Nadu. The important rivers are Palar, Cheyyar, Ponnayar, Kaveri, Bhavani, Vaigai, Chittar, Tamrabarani, Vellar, Noyal, Sirvani, Gundar, Vaipar, Valparai, etc. Wells are the largest source of irrigation in Tamil Nadu. Nearly 56% of the source of water is coming by means of irrigation in Tamil Nadu. Yes, look at the chart given there. The source of irrigation. Reservoirs, we have totally 81 in number. Canals, total number 2239. Tanks, 41,262. Tube wells, 3,20,707. Open wells, 14,92,359 in number in Tamil Nadu. Mineral resources of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has a very few mining projects based on titanium, lignite, magnesite, graphite, limestone, granite, and bauxite. The first one is the Neyveli Lignite Corporation. It led to the development of large industrial complex around Neyveli in Kadalur district with the presence of thermal power plants, fertilizer and carbonization plants. Next mining is magnesite mining. It is present at Salem, from which mining of bauxite ores are carried out at Erkard, and this region is also rich in iron ore at Kanjamalai. Molybdenum is found in Dharmaburi, and it is the only source in the country. So molybdenum is found only in Dharmaburi. So these are all the mineral resources of Tamil Nadu. See the population of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu stands 6th in population with 7.21 crore against India's 121 crore as per 2011 census. So according to the 2011 census, India's population is 121 crore. Out of this, Tamil Nadu's population is 7.21 crore. However, Tamil Nadu's population is higher than that of several countries according to UN report. So Tamil Nadu state's population is higher if you compare to certain countries in and around the world. See the chart given here. See Tamil Nadu population is 7.2 crores, whereas United Kingdom country population is 6.5, France population 6.5 crores, Italy population 5.9 crores, South Africa population 5.6 crores, Spain 4.7 crores, Sri Lanka it's only 2.1 crore. So some of the countries' populations are less when you compare to the population of one of the state of India, that is Tamil Nadu. What is density? So the density of population which measures population per square kilometer is 555 in the year 2011 against 480 in 2001. First of all, you should know what you mean by density of population. The total number of people living in 1 square kilometer is called as the density of population. So in Tamil Nadu, the density of population was 480 in the year 2001 and it raised to 555 in the year 2011. Tamil Nadu ranks 12th in density among the Indian states and overall it is 382 for India. Overall density of India is 382, whereas Tamil Nadu is 555 and it ranks 12th in density among the Indian states. Next concept is urbanization. Tamil Nadu is the most urbanized state with 48.4% of urban population against 31.5% for India as a whole. What do you mean by urbanization? Movement of people from village to town is called as urbanization. So in Tamil Nadu alone, people living in urban areas nearly 48.4%. But if we take the overall India, India's population living in urban areas is only 31.5%. The state accounts for 9.61% of total urbanites in India against 6% share of total population. So the state, Tamil Nadu state accounts for 9.61% of total urbanites in India against only 6% share of the total population. So out of total population, 6% of the population is living in the towns. Next concept, sex ratio. What do you mean by sex ratio? Number of female for every 1000 males is called as a sex ratio. For number of 1000 males, what is the number of female birth? That is called as a sex ratio. Balanced sex ratio implies improvement in quality of life of female population. Usually male population will be more and female population will be less, based on many superstitious belief that female child is a burden to the family. So but nowadays, in meanwhile, it has been increasing. The sex ratio in Tamil Nadu is nearing balance with 995, which is far better compared to most of the states and all India level. So if we take Tamil Nadu, for 1000 male, the female population is 995. It is very good, it's better if you compare it with the other state, most of the states in India, especially the northern state where the female population will be very, very less. So Tamil Nadu stands third, next only to Kerala state and Puducherry Union Territory in sex ratio. So Kerala has a balanced sex ratio more or less. Same way, Puducherry Union Territory also has a balanced sex ratio. And third comes the Tamil Nadu in the moreover nearly the balanced sex ratio, that is 995 out of 1000 males. Next topic, infant mortality rate. What do you mean by mortality rate? Death before completing 1 year is called as a mortality rate, infant mortality rate. Tamil Nadu is well ahead of national average and other states in infant mortality rate. According to Niti Aayog, the IMR is 17 per thousand for Tamil Nadu, which is just half of national average of 34 as on 2016. So if we take the infant mortality rate of the India as a whole, it is 34 according to the statistical report of 2016, whereas in Tamil Nadu it is only just half of it. The IMR is only 17 per thousand. Next topic, maternal mortality rate, MMR. What do you mean by maternal mortality rate? Mother's death at the time of delivery is called as a maternal mortality rate. So Tamil Nadu has a good record of controlling MMR, ranking third with 79. Kerala 61, Maharashtra 67, against national average of 159, again half of the national average according to the Niti Aayog report. That is, if you take India as a whole, for every 1 lakh children, 159 mothers are being dead at the time of delivery. Whereas if you take Kerala, only 61 is the death ratio, and Maharashtra 67 is the death ratio, and Tamil Nadu stands third with 79 as the death ratio. So Tamil Nadu has a good record of controlling this MMR, that is maternal mortality rate. Life expectancy at birth. What do you mean by this? For how long, till what age a human being or a man can live, that is called as a life expectancy at birth. The average period that a person may expect to live is called life expectancy. However, life expectancy in India still falls short of most developed and developing nation. So what do you mean by life expectancy at birth? The total number of years or the total age that a person may expect to live is called as a life expectancy. It is very less in India if you compare it with the some of the developed countries and also with some of the developing nation. Recently they have taken a survey telling that the life expectancy at birth in India is 65, whereas if you take a developed nations like America and Japan, it may be more than 70 or 80. Literacy rate. What am I literacy? The persons who knows to read and write, that's called as a literacy. So the literacy rate of Tamil Nadu is higher than in many states. That is, more people in India, that is especially in Tamil Nadu, knows to read and write. Next, GSDP, gross state domestic product. We have already seen GDP, gross domestic product. This is another concept, GSDP, that is gross state domestic product. Gross state domestic product refers to, it means what? The total money value of all the goods and services produced annually in the state. The total money value of all the goods and services that are produced in a particular state in 1 year is called as a gross state domestic product. Tamil Nadu is the second largest economy in India with a GSDP of $207.8 billion in 2016-17. the GSDP of Tamil Nadu is equal to the GDP of Kuwait on nominal term and GDP of UAE on PPP term, that is purchasing power parity terms. So they are comparing the GSDP of Tamil Nadu with that of Kuwait's GDP nominal term and UAE's GDP of PPP term. The GSDP of Tamil Nadu is far higher when compared to many countries, not many states of India, but is higher than compared to many countries. This is mainly due to population effect. Per capita GSDP would be better for inter-country or interstate comparison. If you compare with some of the states, Tamil Nadu's GSDP more. If you compare it with some of the country also, Tamil Nadu's GSDP is more. See the tabular column given there. See, Tamil Nadu GSDP is $207.8 billion, whereas Iraq GDP is $171, New Zealand GDP is $184, Sri Lankan GDP is just only $81. Sectoral contribution, we know that there are three sectors: primary sector or agriculture, secondary sector or industry, and tertiary sector or service sector. The tertiary sector is the major contributor to Tamil Nadu's GSDP at 63.70%. Yes, you can see this in the diagram itself. Service sector is a major contributor. The secondary sector, industry contribution is gradually on the rise and now it is 28.5%. Agriculture occupies a prominent position in occupation, but its contribution to GSDP is declining and now it is just only 7.76%. Even though agriculture is a major occupation, but the contribution to GSDP from agriculture is less. This means that the tertiary and secondary sectors have grown faster. The agriculture sector has grown slow. That is, fastly the tertiary sector and the secondary sector are growing if you compare it with the agriculture sector. Agriculture sector provides employment and food to larger proportion of Indians and Tamilians. With this trend, sustainable development may not be possible. Sustainable development may not be possible. For some of the agriculture, we have to, or Tamil Nadu have to depend upon other states. Next, per capita income. Per capita income. The income earned by individual, one single individual of India is called as a per capita income. The per capita GSDP of Tamil Nadu is also $2,200, which is higher than that of many other states in India. So the single individual earning in Tamil Nadu is much more if you compare it with the other states. Per capita GSDP of Tamil Nadu is nearly 1.7 times higher than the national average. That is, if you compare India's per capita with the Tamil Nadu's per capita, Tamil Nadu's per capita is 1.75 times higher than the India's per capita. In term of rupee, the per capita income in Tamil Nadu was 1,03,600 in 2010-11 and it has increased to 1,88,492 in 2017 and 18. Yes, there is a drastic improvement in the per capita income. See the tabular column there. Tamil Nadu's per capita income in US dollar, USD is nothing but US dollar, is 2,200. Whereas if you take India as a whole, it is 1,670. See, for Nigeria, it's a country and its per capita income is 2,175. Nicaragua, another country, 2,151. Pakistan's per capita income is 1,443. Bangladesh per capita income is 1,358. Zimbabwe it's 1029, and Nepal it's just only 729. So Tamil Nadu's per capita income is higher than the national average per capita income of India. The per capita income of Tamil Nadu among the southern states. In the previous tabular column, we have compared it with the other countries, and now we are comparing it with the other states. See, Tamil Nadu's is 1,57,116. See the Kerala, it is 1,55,000 only. Karnataka, it is 1,46,000. Telangana, it is 1,58,360, little above than Tamil Nadu. And Andhra Pradesh, it is 1,37,000. Now let us see the first sector, primary sector, that is agriculture sector. So Tamil Nadu with 7 agroclimatic zones and varied soil types is better suited for the production of fruits, vegetables, spices, plantation crops, flowers and medicinal plants. So Tamil Nadu has 7 different climatic zones: summer, winter, spring, autumn, like that different climatic zones are there, plus many varieties of soil: alluvial soil, black soil, red soil, laterite soil, like that all varieties of soil are present in Tamil Nadu, which is highly suitable for the production of all varieties of fruits, all types of vegetables, spices, plantation crops like tea and coffee, flowers and other medicinal plants. The state is the largest producer of loose flowers, and the third largest producer of fruits. The state is the largest producer of flowers and the third largest producer of fruits. Tamil Nadu has historically been an agricultural state. So we can very well say that Tamil Nadu is an agricultural state. At present, Tamil Nadu is the India's second biggest producer of rice, next only to West Bengal. So if we take India as a whole, West Bengal is the largest producer of rice in India. Next comes the Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu ranks the second. The state is one of the major producer of turmeric. I hope you know what I mean by turmeric, manjal. It is also the leading producer of kambu, corn, groundnut, oil seeds and sugarcane. It ranks first in production of plantation crops, that is tea and coffee, and banana and coconut, second in rubber and cashew nut, third in pepper and fourth in sugarcane. So Tamil Nadu ranks first in plantation crops and banana and coconut, second in rubber and cashew nut, third in pepper, fourth in sugarcane. The area under food crops account for 72.9% and that of non-food crop is 27.1%. So out of the total agriculture land, 72.9% of the land is being allotted for the cultivation of food crops and the remaining land is being allotted for the cultivation of non-food crops. Among the food crops, paddy takes a major share. Among the non-food crops, groundnut and coconut take a major share. So, rice, groundnut and coconut are being cultivated much in Tamil Nadu. Net sown area has been gradually declining and rural land, labor and capital are moving towards the urban projects. Net sown area, that is the fertile land, has been slowly declining. They have been destroying and building the factories and houses. So what happens? Rural land, labor and capital are moving towards towns, urban project towns. As a result, what is happening now? Villages are emptied and cities are overcrowded and congested. Now the villages are emptied, no persons are living there, it is very hygienic, purity, whereas cities, it is overcrowded and congested and full of pollution. Food grain production. Rice production dominates among food grain production with 79.49 lakh tons on 2014-15, followed by millets at 40.79 lakh tons. So if you take the food grains, rice is being cultivated the top, that is 79.49 lakh tons are being produced. Second stands the millets. There is a significant jump in pulses. So recently the pulses production also has been increased. So it has been increased from 3.59 lakh tons in 11-12 to 7.67 lakh ton in 14-15. So within a gap period of 3 years, it has been doubled. The pulses production has been doubled from 3.59 to 7.67. There may be changes in this statistics if you take the next statistical report. Productivity position of Tamil Nadu and India. The government of Tamil Nadu lays emphasis on agriculture production and productivity. That is, it has been stressing, the government has been stressing or giving higher importance for agriculture. So as a result, Tamil Nadu tops in productivity in food crop as well as non-food crops among the states in India. If you take the entire India, Tamil Nadu ranks top in the production of food crop as well as non-food crops. See the tabular column. Position of Tamil Nadu at national level. In the production of maize, it stands first. In the production of kambu, first. Groundnut, first. Total oil seeds, first. Cotton, first. Coconut, second. Rice, second. Sugarcane, third. Sunflower, third. Jova, third. Coarse cereals, fourth. Total pulses, eighth. So Tamil Nadu ranks first in maize, kambu, groundnut, oilseeds and cotton, second in rice and coconut, third in sugarcane, sunflower and jova. Industry. Next sector. Chennai, the capital of Tamil Nadu, is sometimes referred to as the health capital of India or the banking capital of India, having attracted investments from international finance corporations and the World Bank. It is also called as Detroit of Asia. Tamil Nadu has a network of about 110 industrial parks and estates that offer developed plots with supporting infrastructure. So, Chennai is called by health capital of India, banking capital of India, and also the Detroit of Asia. And Tamil Nadu has attracted many investors to come and invest, especially from International Finance Corporation and the World Bank. Tamil Nadu has a network of about 110 industrial parks and estates that offer developed plots with supporting infrastructure. The government is promoting other industrial parks like Rubber Park, Apparel Park, Floriculture Park, Tisal Park for biotechnology, Siruseri IT Park, and agro export zones. The heavy engineering manufacturing companies are centered around the suburbs of Chennai. Chennai boasts of global car manufacturing giants as well as homegrown companies. So many important heavy industries are located in Chennai and also in Tamil Nadu. Industrial clusters in Tamil Nadu. See the picture. The various industries and the place where it has been located is mentioned here. Starting from Ranipet leather industry to Sivagasi safety matches, fireworks and printing industry. Karur is known for its bus body building, which contributes 80% of South Indian bus body building. TNPL, Tamil Nadu Paper Limited, is Asia's largest eco-friendly paper mill. Salem is called a steel city and has many sago producing units and mineral wealth. Sivagasi is the leader in printing, fireworks, safety matches production in India. It contributes to 80% of India's total safety matches production and 90% of India's total fireworks production. See, 90% of total firework production is coming from Sivagasi and 80% of matchbox. Thoothukudi is the gateway of Tamil Nadu. It is a major chemical producer next only to Chennai. So these are all the important industrial centers located in Tamil Nadu. Next comes the textiles. Tamil Nadu is the largest textile hub of India. It is known as the yarn bowl of the country, accounting for 41% of India's cotton yarn production. So 41% of India's cotton yarn production is coming from Tamil Nadu and it is nicknamed as yarn bowl. The textile industry plays a significant role in the Indian economy by providing direct employment to an estimated 35 million people. This textile industry, it is a very old industry in India and it is providing employment to nearly 35 million people. The textile sector contributes to 14% of the manufacturing sector. From spinning to garment manufacturing, entire textile production chain facilities are in Tamil Nadu. About half of India's total spinning mill capacity is in Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu's textile industry is world famous. The western part of Tamil Nadu, comprising Coimbatore, Tirupur, Erode, Dindigul and Karur, has the majority of spinning mills. So they have the more number of spinning mills. What they manufacture? Manufacturing cotton, polyester, blended yarn and silk yarn used by the garment units in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra, etc. Yarn is also exported to, Tamil Nadu yarn is also exported to China, Bangladesh, etc. Tirupur is known as the knitting city, is exporter of garments worth $3 billion US. Karur is the major home for textile manufacturing and export hub in India. Erode is the main cloth market in South India for both retail and wholesale ready-mades. Next is the leather industry. Tamil Nadu accounts for 30% of leather exports and about 70% of the leather production in the country. So in India as a whole, if you take 70% of leather production is coming from Tamil Nadu and nearly 30% of leather is being exported to other countries. Hundreds of leathers and tannery industries are located around Vellore, Dindigul and Erode. Every year, the state hosts the India International Leather Fair in Chennai. Next industry, electronics industry. Chennai has emerged as EMS hub of India. Many multinational companies have chosen Chennai as their South Asian manufacturing hub. So many multinational companies have chosen Chennai as their South Asian manufacturing hub and started to invest in Tamil Nadu. Automotives. Chennai, nicknamed as the Detroit of Asia, is a home to a large number of auto component industries. Auto component industry, that is preparing or manufacturing a spare parts for the other industries. Tamil Nadu has 28% share each in automotive and auto components industries, 19% in the truck segment and 18% each in passenger cars and also in the two-wheelers. Cement industry. Next important industry of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu ranks third in cement production in India. First stands Andhra Pradesh and second stands the Rajasthan. Among 10 largest cement companies in India in the year 2018, Ramco Cement and India Cement find prominent place, important place. Tamil Nadu stands second in number of cement plants with 21 units against 35 units in Andhra Pradesh. So in Tamil Nadu totally you have 21 cement industries, whereas in Andhra Pradesh you have 35 cement industries. Sivagasi, a fireworks manufacturing hub. It is a town in Virudhunagar district of Tamil Nadu, world renowned for fireworks, pyrotechnics production with a remarkable less than 1% accident rate. Accounts for $80 million exports of safety matches, printing and fireworks in 2013-14. So see the production in 2012 and 13. It produced 250 million US dollars of safety matches and $203 million of printing and $117 million of fireworks, and it provides employment to nearly 0.5 million direct employment and 0.2 million indirect employment. It produces nearly 60% of safety match production, and it has a unit of 4,500 match units. 90% of India's firework production is taking place only in Sivagasi. In and around Sivagasi, you have a total number of factories of nearly 450. See the other industries. BEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited, has a manufacturing plants at Tiruchirappalli and Ranipet. The Tamil Nadu state government owns the Tamil Nadu Newsprint and Paper (TNPL), the world's biggest baggies based paper mill in Karur. That is paper produced with the help of the baggies. What do you mean by baggies? One of the byproduct of sugar. Tamil Nadu is a leading producer of cement in India, and with manufacturing units located at Ariyalur, Virudhunagar, Coimbatore and Tirunelveli. The region around Salem is rich in mineral ores. The country's largest steel public sector undertaking, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, has a steel plant in Salem. So far we have seen all the industries present in India. These are some of the mineral wealth that has been available in Tamil Nadu. Coimbatore is also referred to as the pump city as it supplies 2/3 of India's requirements of motors and pumps. The city is one of the largest exporter of jewelry, wet grinder and auto components. The term Coimbatore wet grinder has been given a geographical indication. Thoothukudi is known as the gateway of Tamil Nadu. Thoothukudi is a major chemical producer in the state. It produces 70% of the total salt production in the state and 30% in the country. See the salt production taking place in Thoothukudi. MSMEs, the micro, small and medium enterprises are defined under the MSME Act 2006. The enterprises are classified as manufacturing and service enterprises based on the investment in plant and machinery and equipment. So the industries can be classified into manufacturing as well as service based on the investment in plant and machinery. Tamil Nadu accounts of 15.07% micro, small and medium enterprises in the country with 6.89 lakhs registered MSMEs, producing over 8,000 varieties of product for a total investment of more than rupees 32,008 crores. So Tamil Nadu produces 8,000 different varieties of product and it is invested nearly 32,008 crores. MSMEs produced a wide variety of products in almost all the sectors. The prominent among them are engineering, electrical, chemical, plastics, steel paper, matches, textile, hosiery and garment sector. Around 15.61 lakh entrepreneurs, that is business persons, have registered, providing employment opportunities to about 99.7 lakhs persons with total investment of rupees 1,68,331 crores. Yes students, we have come to the end of the session. So far we have seen about the Tamil Nadu economy, its highlights, its performance, its natural resources, that is water resource, mineral resource, about its population, density, urbanization, sex ratio, infant mortality rate, maternal mortality rate, life expectancy at birth, literacy rate, various agriculture production and also the industrial production. Let us see the remaining part in the next class. Thank you students.